Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
You know that feeling, right? Your screen's lit up, your mind feels like a browser with way too many tabs open, and your phone, it's just constantly buzzing, pinging, demanding a piece of your attention. It really does feel like staying focused is, well, harder than ever. And honestly, you're not imagining it. We're just swimming in digital noise. So today, we're taking a deep dive into focus exercises to sharpen your mind and improve attention. Our mission for you really is to cut through all that mental static. We want to help you understand why concentration feels so slippery these days, and then crucially give you some practical daily strategies to actually reclaim your attention, your mental clarity. Think of this as your personal guide to building a more resilient, focused mind.
It's such a critical mission because, yes, the modern world throws unique challenges at our attention, absolutely. But here's the powerful truth. Focus isn't some fixed thing you either have or don't.
It's a skill. A skill, like learning guitar or something.
Exactly like that. And like any skill, it can be measurably improved with consistent practice. And the payoff. It's not just about productivity, about getting more done. It's about being truly present.
Present.
Yeah, whether that's nailing a complex work project or, really absorbing a new idea or simply having a genuine connection with your family without your mind wandering off.
Okay, right. Let's unpack this a bit then. Before we dive into the how-to, let's really nail down what these focus exercises actually are. And, what are the benefits? You mentioned being present, but what else?
Well, fundamentally, they're pretty simple mental or physical activities. And they're specifically designed to train your brain's attention systems. So helping you concentrate better, filter out those distractions more easily, and just sustain that mental sharpness for longer periods.
Okay. And the benefits stretch quite wide, I gather.
Oh, incredibly far-reaching. I mean, imagine experiencing consistently sharper attention, or noticing a real boost in your memory recall, making clearer decisions faster. And beyond that, many people find they just feel calmer, less stressed. There's a sense of almost effortless efficiency sometimes. Getting more done, less time, fewer mistakes.
Fewer mistakes, that's a big one.
Definitely. And staying engaged longer without that feeling of mental burnout. What's really fascinating, scientifically speaking, is that regularly doing these practices can actually physically change your neural pathways.
Really, like rewire your brain.
In a way, yes. Strengthening the very circuits that are responsible for sustained attention. It's quite remarkable.
Wow. So just think about what even one of those could unlock for you. Maybe cutting the time on that tough report in half, or like you said, being fully there in an important conversation. This isn't just about ticking boxes, it's about a richer daily experience. But okay, if focus is so good for us and we can train it, why does it feel like such an uphill battle most days? What are the main roadblocks? The enemies of attention?
That really is the core question, isn't it? Understanding the landscape of distraction is absolutely step one. And right at the top, no surprise, are the digital distractions.
The phone again.
The phone, the pings, the social media alerts, the emails, they're not just annoying interruptions. They're actually engineered to hijack your attention. They foster what psychologists sometimes call partial attention. Your mind's always sort of half engaged elsewhere, never fully committed.
Partial attention. I feel that. Like I'm never fully on one thing.
Exactly. And then there's multitasking. So many people think it's a sign of efficiency, a superpower even.
Guilty. I try to juggle emails while I'm on a call sometimes.
We all do it.
Yeah.
But the neuroscience is pretty clear. It's largely a myth. You're not really doing multiple things well. You're just rapidly switching contexts. And each switch costs you. There's a cognitive switching cost that drains mental energy, lowers performance, and frankly, increases errors dramatically.
Ouch. Okay, so multitasking is out. What else is tripping us up?
Well, beyond the digital stuff, a really fundamental one is lack of sleep.
Yes. The classic.
It's more than just feeling sluggish. When you're tired, your prefrontal cortex, think of it as your brain's CEO, the executive control center. It really struggles. It struggles to regulate attention, making focus incredibly difficult to find, let alone maintain.
So it's not just willpower. Your brain machinery is literally impaired.
Precisely. And then, of course, stress and anxiety.
Right. When you're stressed, focusing feels impossible.
It does. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol. And here's the critical part. Sustained high cortisol can actually shrink the hippocampus.
Shrink it. That sounds bad.
It is. The hippocampus is crucial for memory. Stress also messes with dopamine, making it harder to stay engaged. It's not just mental noise, it's a structural and chemical assault on your focus.
Like a constant alarm bell ringing inside your head.
That's a good way to put it. Add to that poor nutrition.
You mean like junk food?
Yeah, relying on processed foods, sugary snacks, and not getting enough hydration. It leads to that feeling people call brain fog.
Ah, brain fog, that frustrating, fuzzy feeling.
Exactly. Or even simple tasks feel like wading through mud. And finally, don't underestimate your unstructured environment.
My messy desk.
Could be. A cluttered, noisy, or constantly shifting physical space adds to mental clutter. It makes it harder for your brain to filter out what's irrelevant and lock onto the task at hand.
Okay, wow, that's quite the list of challenges. Digital overload, multitasking myths, no sleep, stress, bad food, messy space. But knowing what we're up against, that's the first step, right? To taking back control.
Absolutely. Diagnosis first, then treatment.
All right, then. We've dissected the enemies. Let's shift gears. Let's talk action. What are the tools, the actual workouts we can do for our brains? This is the good stuff.
Indeed. Let's get practical. One of the most foundational and really well-researched techniques is mindfulness and deep breathing.
Mindfulness. I hear that word a lot. What does it actually mean in this context?
At its core, it's just about anchoring your attention, intentionally, to the present moment, without judgment. A super simple exercise. Close your eyes, take a few slow, deep breaths, and just focus purely on the sensation of the air. Air coming in, air going out. That's it.
Sounds simple, almost too simple.
It sounds simple, but it's powerful. This practice actually calms down your amygdala, your brain's little alarm system, and simultaneously, it strengthens your prefrontal cortex, enhancing its ability to filter distractions and hold attention. It's like a mini vacation for your brain's frantic parts.
A mini vacation. I like that. Okay, what else is in the toolkit?
Well, beyond calming the mind, we can actively challenge it. Think brain games and puzzles.
Like Sudoku or crosswords.
Exactly. Sudoku, crosswords, memory match games, even those brain training apps you see. They're not just ways to kill time. They actively engage your brain's problem-solving and memory centers. They force it to stay agile, sharp. Doing these regularly strengthens those neural pathways we talked about, and that improvement spills over into focus in other parts of your life.
Okay, so challenging the brain directly. But you also mentioned structure earlier. It's not just about direct mental drills.
Not at all. How you structure your time is itself a powerful focus exercise. We can call it time management practice.
How so?
Simple things like making a daily to-do list. Or, even better, identifying your top 3 most critical tasks for the day and focusing on those first. Or using something like the Pomodoro technique. Heard of that?
Vaguely. Work for a bit, take a break.
That's the gist. You work in focused bursts, typically 25 minutes, completely dedicated to one task. Then you take a short 5-minute break. These aren't just about getting more done. They teach your brain to commit fully for a set period, fighting that urge to switch tasks. They reduce that feeling of being overwhelmed.
And the break is important too.
Crucial. It lets your brain consolidate information and refresh before the next sprint. It prevents burnout.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other mental workouts?
One more direct one. Memory recall exercises. These are great for attention to detail. Try this. Look at a short list, maybe 7 words or numbers for just 30 seconds. Then cover it up and try to write down as many as you can remember.
Ah, like a mini memory test?
Precisely. It trains your working memory and your brain's ability to grab and hold specific details under focused effort.
Interesting. So we've got mindfulness, brain games, time structure, memory drills, lots happening in the mind. But you mentioned earlier, it's not all just happening behind our eyeballs, right?
Right.
Our bodies play a huge role, too.
A massive role, often underestimated. The body-brain connection is absolutely undeniable when it comes to focus.
So physical activity isn't just for muscles.
Far from it. Take aerobic exercise. Things like jogging, dancing, biking, even a really brisk walk. These do more than get your heart rate up. They significantly boost blood and oxygen flow straight to your brain, especially to that crucial prefrontal cortex.
The CEO part of the brain again.
Exactly. This increased circulation literally feeds your brain, boosting its power and improving your ability to concentrate. Think of it like upgrading the fuel supply for your brain's engine.
So when I hit that 3 p.m. slump, feeling foggy, getting up and moving could actually sharpen me back up.
Absolutely. That's where even short movement breaks come in. We're talking just 10 or 15 minutes.
What kind of movement?
Anything, really.
Yeah.
Some stretching, a few jumping jacks, a quick walk around the block. These aren't just about shaking out stiffness. They act like a reset button for your brain's attention networks. They fight off mental fatigue and bring back focus.
Okay, good to know. And you mentioned something. Extra games, what are those?
Yeah, extra games. Basically video games that require physical activity. Think Just Dance or some of the old Wii Sports games or newer VR fitness apps.
Ah, right. Combining screen time with moving.
Exactly. They're interesting because they challenge your brain and body together. Coordination, reaction time, and sustained attention.
Huh.
Makes focus training more fun. And studies are showing that regular exercise, including these kinds of games, helps across the board all ages. Even individuals with attention challenges like ADHD find it helps manage focus.
Okay, so moving our bodies directly fuels our brain's focus. That's a powerful connection. Now, these exercises, both mental and physical, they sound like going to the gym for your brain, which is great. But I guess your lifestyle, your daily habits, that's the food and rest your brain gym needs, right? You can't just exercise a poorly fueled brain.
That's a perfect analogy. Your daily habits create the entire ecosystem where focus can either thrive or wither. They are absolutely foundational.
So what are the non-negotiables, the essential habits for peak brain condition?
Top of the list, without a doubt. Get enough sleep.
We touched on this, but why is it so critical?
Because sleep isn't passive downtime. It's when your brain does its essential maintenance. It processes the day's information, consolidates memories, makes connections. And it clears out metabolic waste, toxins that build up while you're awake. Think of it like a nightly cleaning crew for your brain.
Okay. How much do we actually need?
Most adults need a solid 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Teens might need even more. Skimping on sleep directly hits that prefrontal cortex. Result: less focus, more irritability, worse memory.
Any tips for better sleep?
Consistency is key. Try to stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends if you can. And definitely power down screens, phones, tablets, TVs at least an hour before bed. The blue light really messes with melatonin production.
Right, the blue light. Okay, sleep is number one. What's next?
Next up, eat brain-boosting foods. Your brain is incredibly energy hungry. What you eat directly fuels its performance.
So ditching the brain fog means more than just avoiding junk.
Yes, it's about actively choosing foods rich in things like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, the good stuff.
Like what specific?
Think fatty fish, salmon, sardines are great, leafy greens like spinach and kale, colorful berries, blueberries are superstars, nuts and seeds, whole grains, good fats like olive oil and avocados. These foods provide the building blocks for healthy brain cells and neurotransmitters. There's actually strong evidence linking, say, a Mediterranean-style diet to better memory, focus, and long-term brain health.
Wow. So food is literally brain construction material. Okay, sleep, food, what else?
Managing stress. Manage stress effectively.
We talked about how stress hurts focus. How do we fight back?
Chronic stress keeps that cortisol pump running, fogging up your thinking. So finding ways to actively dial it down is crucial. This could be daily deep breathing exercises or guided meditation, even just 5–10 minutes. Journaling can help get racing thoughts out of your head, gentle yoga or stretching, or sometimes just talking things through with a friend, family member, or a counselor. The key is finding what works for you and doing it regularly.
Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference.
A huge difference in calming the nervous system and clearing mental space.
Okay, sleep, food, stress management. Anything else in the foundational habits?
One more, often overlooked but super important. Stay hydrated.
Just drinking water.
Sounds basic, right? But your brain is about 75% water. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, headaches, and noticeable trouble concentrating.
Really? I probably don't drink enough water.
Many people don't. The fix is simple. Sip water consistently throughout the day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. That means you're already a bit dehydrated. Maybe limit sugary drinks and too much caffeine, as they can actually dehydrate you. Keep a water bottle handy. Use a tracking app if it helps. Simple habit, big cognitive payoff.
Okay, sleep, nutrition, stress, hydration. The 4 pillars of a focus-ready brain. Makes sense. But you know, life isn't one size fits all. These strategies sound great, but how do they apply differently? Like, what works for a student cramming for exams might be different for a busy parent juggling work, right? Or even for kids.
That's a really important point. Tailoring the approach is key. For students who are often dealing with intense learning periods and, let's be honest, lots of digital temptation, the Pomodoro technique can be a lifesaver for breaking down daunting study sessions. Creating a dedicated study zone, a specific, clean, quiet space used only for studying signals to the brain. Okay, it's focus time now.
Like Pavlov's dog, but for studying.
Kind of. Also, rewriting notes by hand. It seems old school, but it engages memory and attention much more actively than just typing. And doing practice tests helps train focus under pressure.
Okay, that makes sense for students. What about adults out in the working world, maybe with families?
For adults, the strategies often need to be woven into a packed schedule. Daily prioritization is huge. Just picking your top 1-3 critical tasks for the day gives your brain a clear target. Carving out specific distraction-free work time is almost non-negotiable for deep work. That means notifications off, unnecessary tabs closed. You have to actively protect that time.
Easier said than done sometimes.
It takes discipline, definitely.
Yeah.
Other ideas. Try walking meetings, get some movement while you discuss things.
Mm.
Or even just a 5-minute meditation or breathing exercise during your lunch break can be a powerful reset.
Little resets. Okay.
Yeah.
And for kids, their attention spans are naturally shorter.
Exactly. For kids, you have to make it engaging and provide structure. Focus-building games are great. Think Simon says, red light, green light. They require listening and impulse control. Simple puzzles, building blocks, things that encourage quiet, sustained play. Having a predictable routine helps them know what to expect and stay on task better. And you can introduce mindful breathing playfully, like pretending to blow out birthday candles slowly, or watching a pinwheel spin. Make it visual and fun.
Making focus fun. I like that. So we've got age-specific tips. Now, thinking about the environment again, you mentioned clutter and noise earlier.
Yeah.
How do we intentionally create a space, whether at home, school, or work, where focus can actually flourish?
Your physical environment sends constant signals to your brain, so shaping it matters. A few practical tips. Declutter your workspace. Seriously. Less visual noise means less distraction. Keep only what you need for the task at hand easily accessible. Control the noise. This might mean noise-canceling headphones, earplugs, or maybe playing some white noise or instrumental music if silence is too stark for you. Find your optimal soundscape.
Okay. What else?
Set clear work zones. If possible, have a space that's just for work or study, separate from where you relax. This helps your brain switch modes more easily. And crucially, limit those digital distractions proactively. Turn off notifications on your computer and phone before you start a focused task. Log out of social media. Make it harder to get sidetracked.
Create friction for distractions.
Precisely. And don't be afraid to use focus tools. There are apps like Forest, Freedom, Focus Keeper that can block distracting websites or time your work sessions. They can really help enforce those boundaries you set for yourself. A clean, quiet, purposeful space really does pave the way for deep work.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Creating the right stage for focus to happen. And now, the final piece, maybe the hardest part for many of us, sticking with it. Consistency. Building any new habit is tough. How do we make these focus practices actually stick long term? It's not like a magic pill.
Right.
Wow.
Not at all. It's exactly like building physical fitness. You don't get strong from one trip to the gym. Focus grows with steady, consistent, intentional effort.
So how do we cultivate that consistency?
Number 1, start small.
Yeah.
Really small. Don't try to meditate for 30 minutes on day 1 if you've never done it. Start with 5, maybe even just 2 minutes. Make it feel ridiculously achievable.
Lower the bar so you actually step over it.
Exactly. Then, set a routine. Try to practice your chosen focus exercise or habit at roughly the same time each day. This helps anchor it into your schedule. Track your progress, whether it's a simple X on a calendar, a journal entry, or an app. Seeing that you are doing it, even imperfectly, is incredibly motivating.
See the chain buildup. Right.
And reward yourself. When you stick to your plan for a week, give yourself a small, healthy reward, something you enjoy. It reinforces the positive behavior. And, maybe most importantly, be patient. Progress won't always be linear. You'll have off days. That's normal. The key is to just gently bring yourself back to the practice tomorrow. Consistency over perfection.
Start small, set a routine, track it, reward it, be patient. Got it.
Wow. This has been such an illuminating deep dive into, really, the architecture of our own attention. The big takeaway for me is that focus isn't some fixed, mystical thing you're either born with or not. It truly is a mental muscle. And by incorporating these habits, these exercises, shaping our environment, we can genuinely train our brains to cut through the noise and stay sharp. It feels empowering, actually. It is empowering. Because it means you have agency. You can choose where your attention goes rather than feeling like it's constantly being pulled away from you. And if we zoom out, connect this to the bigger picture. Those small, consistent steps you take today, they really do compound. They lead to significant life-enhancing results down the line.
Yeah.
It's not just about being more productive. It's about enriching your presence, boosting your learning, improving your overall well-being in, well, pretty much every area of your life. It's about reclaiming control over your most valuable mental asset.
So well put. All right. As you, our listener, go about the rest of your day, maybe mull this over. What one focus exercise or maybe one healthy habit from everything we've talked about today? What one thing will you try? What will you implement? Maybe even starting right now to begin sharpening your own mind. Just take that first small step. Your brain will definitely thank you for it. And I suspect so will your ability to truly connect with and engage in your world.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.